Hey, 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 hey. I have some kind of angelic lighting happening on my forehead and on my cheeks. And I thought it was a selfie light, and I turned that off. As you can see, it's not happening. So then, no, no, that's not it. Anyway, so I basically had a light in front of us. I turned the light off to see if I could get rid of this light situ going on, but I don't understand. So I've just got all this light across my head and across my cheeks. So I'm like taking it that and across my neck. Then I'm just being surrounded by angels and I'm just in the light of angelic light. And this is why I've got patches all over my face of light. Hi, Holly. So I don't know what is going on, but anyway, as you can see, I'm at Donna's house without Donna. So they're having a Caleb day. So it's amazing. So I'm here with Gabby. She's in the other room chilling out on the sofa. So they have gone off for a nice shopping day together and they're going to go for lunch. So I feel blessed because I live 10 minutes along the road. Gabby had an operation not long ago, so I've been able to come along. They've gone out for the day, having a lovely family day while Caleb's off school, and I'm here with Gabs. So just to make sure she's okay with her not long having her operation. And yesterday we had a fabulous day out with Owen. So we went to Coleman's, which is literally like 2 minutes walk down the street, this beautiful fish restaurant. And just felt blessed. We just sat having a catch up, talking about his books. Like he's literally just finished writing his ninth book. He gave Donna and I our signed copy. We always get a signed copy of the group, and he thanks us in his acknowledgements for the coaching that we've given him, which is amazing. We had some lovely food, a couple of drinks, and just felt blessed that on a Wednesday afternoon we get to go and do that. And then again, I get to come along here. Graham's in the house with Angus, and we don't have any building work going on now for the next week or so because they're on holiday. Hi, tell me who you are because it just says Facebook user. So yes, I'm able to come here and just work from here. So as it says, who do you compare yourself to? I want you to answer in the question. Those of you watching, answer the question. Who do you compare yourself to? And don't tell me no one because it's bullshit. Because we all compare ourselves to someone about something. So hit me up in the comments. Who do you mostly compare yourself to? Because it's like a bit of an epidemic, I would say. Comparisonitis is something that shows up for our clients and for the people in our community and for ourselves in our own lives, like on a regular basis. Every week when we have coaching sessions, hi Jane. Every week when we have coaching sessions with our clients in the group programs, just conversations on DMs, people are always afraid of comparing themselves. So I want to know now, who do you compare yourself to? Who is it that you're looking at out in the outer world, outside of yourself, whether it's in your friendship group, whether it's in your family group, whether it's online, whether it's other business owners, whether it's people at work? Like, who is it you're comparing yourself to and telling yourself that they're better at me doing it than me? They know more than me. They're better at the job than me. They're prettier than me. They're thinner than me. They've got a better accent than me. You know, like who? Because I know you're all comparing yourself to someone. So tell me, hit me up, Holly. Very conscious of it now, but previously people on social media with lots of followers. Yes. And we can get so hung up, can't we, with what we call vanity numbers. So with the world of social media expanding, as it were, we can get really hung up as business owners if we put a post out, the response that we do or don't get, how many comments we get, how many likes we get, but also, like you say, people with loads of followers, because we then make assumptions that when people have high followers, then there's something, we make up a story, a BS from our limiting beliefs, not being good enough, not being worthy, a BS story, a bullshit story about why they have loads of followers and we don't. And does it feel good, Holly? So Holly, when you used to do that, and you're like really working through some stuff at the moment, aren't you? But you know, Holly, obviously, most people knows my daughter. Check out a post that she sent out the other day if you haven't seen it. But Holly's really pushing through some identity shifts about who you are to the core, aren't you? And also that's leading to you reevaluating, like you say, if somebody gives you a like or a comment on social media because you look a certain way, like you said, didn't you? Like looking a certain way, putting pictures on, looking a certain way. When you got that external validation, which is what we're seeking, when we're chasing followers or likes or comments, or we're looking for external validation, external feedback to fill the void that we have in our limiting belief system to make us feel better. But it doesn't make us feel better inside, does it? Because we're asking for it outside. Thanks for sharing that. And then Wendy's just saying, comparing yourself to Denise Duffield Thomas, comparing high. Yeah. Thank you, Wendy. And when we compare ourselves, it doesn't feel good. There's a difference between modeling and comparing. So when I don't ever look in the mirror before I come on these things, which is probably not a good thing. I've just like my ponytail's like not even. Anyway, see, I'm looking at how I look on the camera. So they're just getting on with what I'm saying. Nobody's bothered if my ponytail is lopsided, right? So yes, so there's a difference between modeling and comparing. So modeling is something that I learned when I did my Master NLP practitioner program. So we can look at someone, so we'll use Wendy's example. You're looking at Denise Duffield Thomas, and you're looking at how she does things, how she launches things, how she writes a book, how she gets passive income from a product, which she does very well with. You know, modeling her is looking at our funnels. How does she bring leads into our business and make profit? Comparing yourself is then telling yourself, making yourself feel like shit because you're saying that she's better than you. In actual fact, the reality is no one of us is better than the other in terms of being good enough, being deserved, feeling worthy. We're all worthy, good enough, and deserved of as much abundance and success possible. But when we compare, we're making ourselves feel like crap and putting them high as if they're like this. And really, they're just a person like us who've done lots of work on their mindset, on their money mindset in particular for Denise Duffield Thomas, and a money mindset on her self-worth, right? Because money mindset, self-worth. So she's done lots of work on her self-worth, which you're capable of doing too. So Wendy, we'll use you as an example. You're capable of working more, which you've been doing so much work on yourself anyway over the past couple of years, to get yourself feeling internally just as worthy as Denise Duffield Thomas to claim your abundance. Remember, abundance is your birthright. Everything, joy, happiness is your birthright. It's Denise's birthright. You're just as worthy of what Denise, I think she sent an email out. She's generated 25 million. We were talking about yesterday with Owen. She's generated 25 million in our business. You're just as worthy, we all are, to claim that abundance and joy that's available to us as Denise Duffield Thomas. But we then compare ourselves that she's up here because she's done it and we're down here and it makes us feel like crap. And the actual truth is we're just as worthy of the abundance, the success, the joy, the service, the impact that she has, because you want great impact with what you're doing in your business, Wendy, as we deserve it just as much as Denise does, right? Does that make sense? Hey guys, I don't know. Again, tell me your names. It's not coming up with who you are. Sorry. I don't know how to use it. I don't use a mouse on my laptop, so I'm struggling to. I wrote down the comments. I felt less worthy to post than them, even though I knew I had an important message. Yes, worthy. Thank you. You brought that word up, Polly. So, yeah, even though you have an important message there and you started sharing it the other day, you didn't feel as worthy. And like I've just said, we are all worthy of whatever it is we claim, desire, need, want in this life, right? Nobody's more or less worthy. But that's an internal limit and belief BS that we've got in our belief system, right? And like you said, Holly, when you posted that post the other night, it wasn't about how many people liked or comment on this. It was about you sharing your truth. And if it helped one person, then it was worthwhile, which is a different shift, right? So I love that. Definitely feel not as good as others when it comes to my technical abilities and often feel inadequate. Thank you, Jane. Sorry. I'll just sip the rest of my coffee while I'm talking before it goes cold. Yes. So you've got a limiting belief in there, Jane. about your technical abilities and about feeling inadequate. Because remember, our feelings, our emotions come from thoughts and beliefs. So you have a belief in there to work on about your technical abilities and about how feeling inadequate. So again, this is about the inner work. So when we do the inner work and you start to prove, shift, look at the evidence to shift that belief about being inadequate with your technical abilities, you will then feel differently. You will stop then looking and comparing yourself with other people, because our brains are designed to prove ourselves right. So when we have a limiting belief like I am inadequate, we look for evidence to prove that belief right. So Jane will be looking for examples where she is more inadequate than other people in her mind with her technical abilities, and then it's proving herself right. So she'll just be looking at that. With all of your other limiting beliefs that you have there that we've just talked about, you will be looking for evidence to prove that limiting belief right. So the negative limiting belief is running the show. So we've got to do the inner work to work on your belief system to create a new belief. So you start to look for the evidence of being very adequate, of being very powerful and capable with your technical abilities, of being worthy. Yeah, but you've got to do the inner work to shift the belief system rather than comparing yourself to the outer world. This is about bringing it in as to who you are at an identity level. I am, and shifting that. Okay, loving these comments, and thank you for showing up and coming and sharing with me, because when you're on your own, I could just sit and be rambling on for ages, you know. So it's great that Holly is freaking inspirational as Holly NR. Yeah, amen. I agree with that, Wendy. Now I get inspired rather than comparing, as we all have our own unique gift to share. Yes, and that's coming back to the conversation about modeling. So Donna and I did this when we set up the business. Donna will admit more so than me. She was looking at other coaches, global online coaches who had had their business for a number of years and wanted us to look like them. When we just set our business a month ago, it's impossible. We can't be like a business that's been running for 10 years, because we haven't. And we want to be us. We want to be Now's Your Time. We want to be Donna and Cheryl with our brand, our flavour, our unique gifts, as Holly's just said. And then look at what a coach for 10 years has been doing and model their skill set, how they run their business, but not try to be like them. And we spent the first year of our business trying to be like other coaches who have had successful 7-figure businesses when we were in the first year. And then we realized that wasn't working. So we had to start to model, what are these successful coaches doing in their business and bringing to us. So we had to look at the techniques that we're using, the skill sets, model them, bring it into Now's Your Time, and apply it to the way Donna and Cheryl looks and feels. And that's when we hired Nick as a coach after the first year. So we've had Nick working with us for 3 years of the 4 years in our business as our coach. We model how she does things to expand, evolve, and grow our business and have more impact. But it's done in the Cheryl and Donna way. Donna and Cheryl doesn't sound right saying Cheryl and Donna. In the Donna and Cheryl way, which is authentic, unique, and real to us. Otherwise, it wouldn't land right. If we were showing up and trying to be Nick for you, it would be jarring. It wouldn't land right, okay? Because we're not Nick. Nick's Nick. We're Donna and Cheryl, both equally worthy of having an 8-figure business, both equally worthy of abundance, of joy, because it's all of our birthright. Okay? I love this. I get that. DDT modeling, yes. I honestly don't compare, since you coach the one. And exactly. I know that, Wendy. You've done so much work on your inner self, inner mind, your identity. You are loud, proud, pink, and literally owning it. But it's about modeling. So what does Denise Duffield Thomas? We model. Donna loves Denise Duffield Thomas. So we're modeling constantly for us to expand, evolve, and grow as a business. What is it that we want to bring in and start to create now business that we can model from other coaches so that we can have more impact in our own way? Okay. I love that. Oh, sorry, I'm having an issue with the mouse. Yes, I love that. So good. Any more? Look, come on. Let's fess up. Let's own it. Let's share it. Who else are you comparing yourself to? So we've had Holly sharing people on Facebook, on social media with high followers. Denise, Wendy's talking about Denise DeVille Thomas. Jane's talking about feeling inadequate about other people having better technical abilities. Who else? What else are you comparing yourself to? Because Donna said this a couple of years ago, comparisonitis is the thief of joy. When we compare ourselves to things, other people in our outer world, we're killing our joy. We're killing our harmony, our peace, our inner tranquil, and our happiness, because we never feel good enough. We're always trying to prove ourselves. It has to blossom from within, from working on your belief system and your thoughts, right? Your thoughts create beliefs, create emotions and feelings, creates experiences, which comes back to your thoughts. It's like a cycle that runs around. And the pattern interrupt for us all is to start in here, in our inner world, so that we really start to work on our identity about who we are. And when we want to create change, when we want something to be different in the outer world, in what we manifest, we have to start in the inner world to create change in our identity as who we believe we are at the core. Okay? Been loving the quote, you're doubting yourself. Meanwhile, people are wondering how you do it all so effortlessly. Give yourself amen to that, Holly. Literally. And it is, right? Like, especially if I come back to me and Donna in the early years, we'd set our business up. We're sitting in the kitchen, heads down, arses up, trying to have a great business with a podcast and a website and spending loads of money, had no clients, to make ourselves look like we were a really successful business. We literally said we were fur coat, no knickers. That's how we felt. Everyone kept saying, oh my God, you're killing it, you're doing well. We were burning through our money. We were trying to make everything look pretty. We had we had one client in the first 6 months. And everyone was saying to us, you're killing it, you look amazing, this, that, and the other. And we were literally sat with self-doubt, going, fur coat, no knickers. It looks all shiny on the outside. We haven't got a clue what we're doing. We've got no clients. We're in total hustle mode. But actually other people are going, oh my God, look at Donna and Cheryl and what they've broken away to do. So I love that quote, Holly. It's amazing. You need to send that to Donna so we can turn that into a post. Turn that into an Instagram quote. Yeah? I love it. So yes, amazing. Good. Well, thank you for sharing those with us, because like I say, yeah, exactly. This is just about recognizing where you're at, right? Where you're at right now. Where is it that you want to get to? And what is it that you want to do to enable you to take the steps to get to your desires, your dreams, your goals? So, like I say, comparisonitis comes up for us a lot daily with our clients. So we're really wanting to share it with you today, just to talk about it, because it comes from in here. And as you know, Donna and I have been talking about this for a week now. I'll share the comments in here. And the lovely Holly, seeing as though she's on, might just copy and paste these links into the other areas, just on LinkedIn and on my and Donna's profiles, about just to share. So obviously we are offering you a one-to-one abundance accelerator. A one-to-one. Remember, abundance is our birthright, to help you to get clear about where you are now, where you want to get to, what's getting in your way, and leaving with a clear plan of what you have to do in order to get out of your own way, start shifting your belief system to claim your birthright. Abundance, joy, happiness, relationships, money, love, whatever it is you desire is all available and possible to you, okay? Hi Janice, thank you. Why are we so hard on ourselves? Well, what is it? I would ask you, what is it that you specifically feel like you're being hard on yourselves? Because what happens is our inner critic, which is a symptom of imposter syndrome. So when you have imposter syndrome, which 90% of women have, I keep forgetting to drink my coffee. When you have imposter syndrome, which 90% of women have across our lives, which doesn't ever go away, we just have to learn to manage it. We can have symptoms like comparing ourselves. We have symptoms like believing the negative beliefs that we have going on. We have perfectionism tendencies. We're procrastinating because we don't want to send anything out or share anything because we feel like people are going to judge us. We're judging ourselves, and we've got this inner critic telling us we're not good enough. And that comes from your belief system, which has been developed and built from when you were in your mum's womb up until however old you are now. Experiences, trauma, beliefs that you've taken from others, beliefs that you've told yourself, and all of these thoughts and experiences create our belief system, which is sitting here. 95% of what we think comes from subconscious, so we don't even know that we're thinking it, and 5% is conscious. So we've got this inner critic in the back of our mind constantly telling ourselves from all of these experiences, being hard on ourselves, telling we're not good enough. We've got to tune in and start to get clarity on what that is, become aware, 5% of awareness, and start to bring it in. And what is it I'm telling myself? Who am I comparing myself to? So we can start to go, okay, is that true? So if I use Jane's example, Jane feels sometimes she's inadequate. Jane, is that true? So the thought comes in your mind, it's been running there anyway, in your subconscious. You become clear that you're actually thinking, telling yourself that you're inadequate. Is that true? Are you inadequate? No. What is my truth? I'm totally adequate. I'm adequate within most areas of my life. So you change your thought to what you want to tell yourself. You repeat it over and over. It forms a new belief, which then makes you feel different, which makes you have different experiences. So this is how we start to rewire our mind, our subconscious mind. We have to get clear on what it is we're telling ourselves, start to challenge it and replace it. Comparisons, yeah. No, I'm not. So just clear up what you mean about no, I'm not, if that's Janice. So yes, is that making sense, Janice? So we're hard on ourselves because we'll have these limiting beliefs that we'll believe to be true. We've believed it to be true for however many years. So we live from that space. This work that Donna and I help you to do is to get clarity on what it is you want to have happen, what it is that's currently going on in your belief system, so we can start to challenge it, change it, because thoughts become beliefs and we can decide to think anything we want. And then when we feel differently, we'll have different experiences and we start to claim happiness, joy, abundance, whatever is possible. So whatever is possible that somebody else has is available to you and us too. Anything's possible once we have the right belief system living in us that we're operating from, okay? So just tell me if that's resonating for you, Janice. So yes, so you've got until, what is Thursday, the opportunity to have a 1 hour abundance accelerator session with Donna or I ends tomorrow. So you've got until tomorrow to claim this session for good. Thank you, Janice. It's 888. So we're offering it for 8 women. We're offering it across 8 days, but it ends tomorrow for 888. 888 is about claiming divine, claiming joy, claiming abundance, moving towards your desires and goals. So it's a really spiritual, great number that we can claim to start to move towards, to help, for us to help you. Literally, the calls, the sessions that have been running, people are walking away feeling transformed, because what they felt was like, this is broken down to, if we do this, this and this is possible. And we've already had messages back from clients after they one-to-one saying, oh my God, this has happened. Huge transformational shifts by just an hour conversation. Okay. Do it, the most valuable hour of your life. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy's had many, many hours with us over the last few years. So thank you so much. So yes, so I am going to see, I can sit here and rabbit on for like half an hour, peeps. Thank you for being here with me. I've loved it. So yes, the link's in the live here. It's in our profiles. You've got until tomorrow to claim abundance, success, happiness, joy, peace, harmony, whatever you desire is waiting for you. We can help you get clear, get out of your own way to start to claim what is possible to you. Okay, so click the link or DM us if you want to ask more information about the sessions, but you've got until tomorrow. So I think Donna will be live tomorrow on the final day that you've got to claim this offer. Bearing in mind, a one-to-one client who paid 20k for 6 months, their sessions are double that. Okay, so you're getting a session for 50% of what a one-to-one clients pay when they work with us. So we have got some slots left, but you have to be quick and take action. So thank you so much for being with me. I've loved this sesh. Thanks for interacting. Thank you for being open and honest. I'm going to go off and sit with Queen Gabby. I've got lots of Joe Dispenza work to do. When Donna and I are going to London in a couple of weeks to have a week-long intensive retreat with Joe Dispenza. So I've got lots of homework, so I'm going to go and do that now. Oh, fabulous. Thank you, Emma. Emma's signed up to a really online program. So very excited about that, to be your coaches forever. You've got us in your life forever, right? So thank you for joining us and showing up for yourself. So good, right? Go and have a fabulous Thursday. Thank you so much as well, Jane. Have a fabulous Thursday. I will see you all very soon. And yeah, have fun. It's time to claim it. I want to break into someday somebody's going to make you want to turn around and say goodbye. Doing this 80s hand move. Yeah, right. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye.